How to get this strict muscle up. I'm going to be showing you 4 exercises that will teach you the technique and the strength to be able to master it. Starting off with the first exercise is called the L-sit pullback. This exercise is going to teach you how to perform the kip but with your legs straight, because the normal muscle up is you're just going to kip with your knees bent, but really the strict muscle up we're going to be kipping with our legs straight. If anything, no kip at all. So with the pullbacks, the key thing to take away from this is to squeeze your core, keep your feet together, point your toes, squeeze your legs, especially in your quadriceps, your hamstrings and your glutes. We want to point our toes away from our body so that way it's actually going to recruit our hamstrings too, and that's going to help us to keep our knees locked out. So we're going to start off by hanging from the bar at about shoulder width apart with our thumbs wrapped under and around the bar, where you're going to swing back and forth to create a pendulum swing. At the furthest point of the pendulum swing, you're going to push your hips forward, bring your heels back to create this bow shape. And then as you start to come back, straight away you do an L-sit kip. So you thrust your legs up, but you keep it straight to propel yourself up. And as we come up, we want to drive the elbows down, but keeping our arms bent as well, just so you can use some of the biceps to help us support up. The ideal height is to have your chest in line with the bar. And as you come down, you come back down in a forward angle, and then you go back up again. So this is a continuous sequence where you go up, you go down. Key thing is to keep your legs straight. We're going to be doing this for 3 to 5 reps for 3 sets. Keep practicing. It will take a week or so to get used to this, but once you do, trust me, your muscle up will be looking much more cleaner because you're going to be doing it with straight legs. Moving on to the next progression is the banded L-sit kip muscle up, otherwise known as the band assisted straight leg kips. So we're going to take what we've learned from the pullbacks and apply it when doing band assisted muscle up. So we're going to use a thin resistance band. I'm going to use a black band to start off with because it's going to take a lot of weight away from my body. So we're going to swing, apply the same motion, and then keeping our legs straight. The key is to point your toes, squeeze your glutes, squeeze the crap out of it. Do the pullback, so push your hips forward, heels back, and then we're gonna do the L-sit kip up just to generate force, so that way we can go up and around the bar in a C shape. So start off with a black band, and then as you get stronger, decrease the size of your resistance band, so that way you're continuously improving and eventually you'll be able to do it with body weight. Moving on to the next progression is the box muscle up. So by placing a plyometric box or an object in front of us, is going to force us to reduce the over-reliance of us kipping. So start off by bringing a chair, a plyometric box in front where you would do a muscle up, and we're going to be doing the muscle up, so then that way this obstacle is going to stop us from kicking our legs forward too much. So start off with relatively far, all right, and then we're going to go up. As we come up, squeeze the glutes, point your toes, squeeze your legs, make sure they're straight, come up and around the bar, and then slowly come back down. And we do this for 3 to 5 reps for 3 sets. And as you get stronger, you just simply move the box closer to where you are. I would be a little bit generous at first, put the boxes, a little bit quite far, enough to challenge you to kip less, because then the box is there to stop you from kipping, because if you kip, you're going to hurt yourself by kicking the objects in front of you. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So get really comfortable with this. Make sure you're able to do 3 reps before moving the box a little bit closer to you, and that should be good. And finally, we have got weighted pull-ups. This is one of the king of all back exercises because you're going to be adding weights on top of your pull-up, and this is going to improve your explosive pulling strength, which can be directly transferred to you being able to do this strict muscle up, because the more weight you can do with your weighted pull-ups, the more powerful you'll be, and this will be translated to body weight muscle up. So you want to choose a weight where you can do 4 reps for 4 sets relatively comfortably. So the effort should feel around about 7 to 8 out of 10. And this will make sure that we're going to get enough volume in, doing 4 reps for 4 sets, and then we'll be able to progress by adding more weight over time. So if you were to start off, you can either choose 5 pounds or 5 kilos. Try that, and if you feel like, oh, you know what, this is actually quite easy, I'll give this an effort level of 5 out of 10, then you can up the weight a little bit. Go up by increments of 2.5 pounds or 2.5 kilos, and then take it from there. But slow and steady wins the race. And the key with this is when you're doing weighted pull-ups, you really want to squeeze the weight plate in between your knees. Keep your feet together just so that the plate doesn't dangle side to side, and which could throw you off balance, right? So that's why it's important that we lock the plate in between our legs, keep everything nice and rigid, and we want to make sure we do that with full range of motion. So going all the way up and coming all the way down, locking the arms out at the bottom. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you do enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up and comment down below whether or not you found this video useful. And also, if you'd like to be personally coached by me, I have listed all of my available programs in a link down in my bio. Make sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.